Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July 2026 money and career reading. We've got an action-packed month ahead. Of course, we do start out still in the remnants of the energy of the full moon in your sign. That came in on either June 29th or 30th, depending on where you are in the world, coinciding, of course, with Mercury retrograde officially starting. Mercury will be retrograde pretty much all throughout July. Will turn direct on July 23rd, but we have this shadow period after that. So be extra cautious with your communication, with decisions, with driving, with any kind of contracts or anything, and impulsive decisions and travel. Doesn't mean don't do all those things, but just be extra careful. Make sure that you do your due diligence. Okay. We have multiple other planets that are retrograde. Neptune retrograde 4 degrees of Aries, July 7th. So 7-7 up until December 12th, 12-12. Okay. Very interesting there. Pluto retrograde already going on 4 degrees in Aquarius, and that's all the way up until October 15th. And then we have Saturn, your ruling planet, retrograde as of July 26th and all the way up till December 10th. And that might be a little bit of a welcome reprieve for some of you, especially, if you're doing some hard work this month, okay? Especially with Mars being retrograde in Cancer. This can be like family stuff, so you might need to focus a little bit more on the family budget, the family finances. Perhaps some of you are buying or selling a home, trying to put together a financial plan, right? All of those things can bring some good results. We've got Venus entering Virgo on the 10th. This can be really awesome, conjunct with the South Node. So this can be really bringing some wonderful resources and things to your day-to-day life. But this month, the big story, we've got two things. We've got the North and South nodes are changing. They have been in Pisces and Virgo, and they are moving into Aquarius and Leo. So some fresh energy coming in towards the end of the month with that, July 26th. And, it's a kind of probably a little faster moving energy, more positive, and more kind of, it's very vibrant. All right. So we've got that. But in the middle of the month, this is what everyone's been talking about, right? I mean, astrologers have known this for decades. They've been waiting for this. In the middle of the month, all of the outer planets, of course, have now changed signs, which in and of itself to happen all within, the same year time frame is unusual anyway, right? They're all very slow moving. But to have them all creating aspects all within a few days of each other is even more weird. But it does create a geological, like a geometrical, anyway, whatever. It's a beautiful picture of geometry when you look at the how these planets and everything all connect with each other in the astro wheel. It's called Barbeau's basket. Barbeau is one of the grandfathers, shall we say, of astrology. He's actually the astrologer that many, many years ago actually did predict the 2020 pandemic. He unfortunately passed away a year before a year before he would have seen his prediction come true. So very, very interesting mundane astrologer is he. But so in the middle of the month, we've got Uranus, Pluto, Jupiter, Neptune, all making aspects with each other in their collective signs, and all at 4 degrees. Fours are about stability, security, planting roots. The foundations that we've built, also Cancerian energy, bringing in our house, our home, our family, all that kind of stuff. So focus. This is a month to focus or shift your focus or repair the foundations that you've built, and especially with Jupiter making 3 different aspects on the 20th. This can be incredibly transformative. It can open doors. It can also bring endings, so just be very aware of that. But it's endings probably in places where you've either been reluctant to make change, even though you have to, or it's kind of bringing about some unexpected things, right? It's like, okay. So anyways, so unexpected things, especially with Uranus, the wild card, being in there. But let's get into your cards. We've got the Fool coming out at the bottom of the deck. So there is this underlying energy of a new beginning. I want to do something fun. I want to do something interesting. I want to do something that brings me pleasure and joy and happiness. And with the Fool, this is like a new beginning, a new sense of adventure, putting fresh ideas into place. And so with the bottom of the deck, it's either an underlying influence, right? Something that you want. And, with all of the astrology in the month ahead, if it's been something that you've been afraid to do, you're probably going to get a little gentle push off of that cliff. So get ready. Okay. But the Fool can also represent it can represent wonderful things. And this is a month that can be really good for kind of contemplating, taking a step back, taking things a little bit easy, having some fun. Okay. But the Fool can also represent some naive energy. Okay. I'm so excited about this thing, this bright and shiny thing, that I'm not going to take some time to sleep on it. I'm going to be impulsive, but oh my goodness, there's all these things that I probably should know that I don't know, but I'm going to jump right into it anyway. And that is under the spell of Mercury and Mercury retrograde. So remember, Mercury retrograde is not the time to be impulsive. Okay. If you don't know something, research it, ask questions, ask for help. Okay. Because that will make sure that your adventure, your journey gets off on the right footing, on the right start. Okay. So just be aware that there might be something going on that you just don't have all the information and answers that you need. Okay. Let's see the energy coming in for you. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Boom. Done. Ten of Pentacles is awesome card for your money. This can be wealth, generational wealth, family wealth. This can be your house, your home. The Ten of Pentacles is happy home, happy family, happy money. It can be a card of inheritance, so you could have that going on. But the tens are about completion. We've wrapped something up and we're reaping the rewards and we're enjoying ourselves. We're enjoying life. We're connecting with those people in our world that are, they're our support system, right? They're who we live with or who we spend time with, right? And so this can be really wonderful energy. So there could be something going on around your home. Some of you may, because it is a card of inheritance, we think of inheritance as just cash, sometimes just money, but we can inherit a lot of things. We can inherit talent, heirlooms, right? Trinkets and things. So you could have something gold and shiny passed to you. We can inherit the family home. We can also get help that gets passed down to us as well. So if you can't afford your own home, then perhaps this can be a family member, a father, perhaps, that may co-sign, or maybe they gift you the down payment. This can be about having a focus on your financial stability and security, and the Ten of Pentacles shows that it's achievable. So what a great way to start your reading, right? And you probably deserve it after we've had that full moon in your sign. This is the time for you to perhaps reap some rewards or make those changes. We've got the Hermit as your challenge energy. Now, the Hermit is a wonderful card, right? It is one of doing some soul searching and reflection. It does also represent the sixth house, Virgo energy. Okay. And, so there could be something in your day-to-day life, spending habits, right? Spending habits, your work, where you work. Have you hit the glass ceiling? Ten of Pentacles, where are you going to go from there? Is there room for more growth there where you are? Or are you, do you need to focus on maybe finding something new? We've got the Fool, right? Because you've got goals, man. You've got goals, you've got dreams. And if you've hit a glass ceiling, even though it might be a good place to be for now, right? But you want growth, right? So if you want growth, then maybe you need to make some change. And so this can be where the challenge is, because that Hermit, that Virgo energy, the sixth house, can represent your health, happiness, well-being. It can also represent your daily work and patterns and habits, where you work, how you get to work, what you do for a living. Some of you are due for a career change or for a change in position or company. But the Hermit does bring in solitary energy. So, with your Ten of Pentacles surrounded by people, The Hermit, it might be a little challenging to get some R&R, to get some quiet time, to get some solitude, but you probably do need it. And those retrogrades that are all coming in this month, this can show you where and when and how you might be able to find a little peace and quiet so you can have some quality time with yourself just to gather your thoughts or to get some work done. The Hermit can also represent, because it is Virgo energy, it can also be a challenge with a Virgo person, okay, Virgo sun, moon, or rising. And it can also be a little bit of a disruption, perhaps, when those nodes change signs, because we're leaving behind the Pisces and Virgo axis and we're heading into Aquarius, Leo. And so you might feel a little bit of a jolt, because Aquarius, Leo, of course, is air and fire, and you're earth. So it can be that, you might need to find new ways to ground yourself, so that you can navigate a lot of fast moving energy. All right. But if you have some healing to do, okay, with something, especially in the home, then it can be a challenge, but it's not impossible to get things sorted out and back on track. Blessings headed your way. We've got the King of Cups. He's in the reverse, okay, but this is your blessings. So we're pretty much going to read that a little bit more like it's in the upright, okay? It's not that there's not a challenge, but it's something that you can resolve. Now, interestingly enough, the Hermit can bring in healing, and the King of Cups can sometimes bring in healing as well. And so there could be a significant person in your life where you really do need to focus and you need to get things back on track, navigate some energy. And again, with that 10 of Pentacles showing up, it could be if you're married or if you live with someone, it can be a spouse, it can be someone in your family unit. Okay. It can also be the King of Cups, someone that can be really helpful to you, someone, you don't necessarily have a rift with them, but perhaps they're helping you with something, but there's like some pangs of sadness that may come in with this as well. And so, excuse me. So if we look back to the 10 of Pentacles, inheritance, generous benefactor with the King of Cups quite often, right? Someone who is loving and caring and, but when we start to talk about inheritance, even though there's potential blessing for you there, it's still hard to hear, hard to think about, right? We don't like to think about those things, okay? But inevitably, that's the responsible thing to do, and we have to. So either someone in your family is talking to you about an inheritance, or you're sitting together with your family or your spouse and you're talking about, doing the responsible thing, right? You're ruled by Saturn, you do the responsible things, and put those, power of attorneys together, write up your wills, all of that kind of stuff, because you don't want anyone else to have to worry about it. Is just follow the piece of paper, okay, down the road, hopefully really far down the road, right? But someone could be talking about a living inheritance here as well. Okay. So the King of Cups, kings take the lead. Kings are mature and successful. Some of you, maybe you do have a relationship, whether it's with your boss, your business, where you work, or whether it's with a spouse. Okay, you may have a little bit of a disagreement. You may have a disruption there. Okay, whether it can be fixed or not, that's the challenge. Okay, whether you want to fix it or not, maybe that's also the challenge, because sometimes, we have exit points all along our lives, all along our journeys. And sometimes when something is going off the rails, it's like, do I want to fix this, or am I ready for something new? Do I want to, kind of go my own way? And so sometimes this little rift can be that blessing, right? Because that opens an exit door for you. And it's like, I didn't necessarily do it, but this is where we are. But I do feel that there's something here that's been out of reach, okay, that is coming in for you. And the King of Cups tends to be, perhaps your own business. It's a very creative energy. It's a very spiritual energy as well. But there's a lot of love and a lot of care, a lot of leadership, and success opportunities there. And so you might have been waiting for something for a while. And perhaps the blessing here is in patience. Okay. Remember, this is in the blessings position, even though he is reversed. So, mending things, having that opportunity to leave and it's like maybe this was just the exit that I was looking for, but this can also be success knocking at your door or a new beginning. And you just need to, the blessing is that it's here, and the blessing is that you can navigate how to get this, get this solidified in your life in some way. We've got the Lovers card coming out here as well. So partnerships, beautiful. Partnerships, working together. This can be, friends. This can be, again, if there's some things that you need to focus on in your family unit, your money, how we split our money, how we split our resources is a big one, right? Because that is something that often needs to get revisited every once in a while. Make sure that everyone's paying their fair share, whatever that looks like to you. But this can also be, that marriage of things, right? And so, but it is a choice that we make, right? So you may be faced with a very important decision, a very important choice in the month ahead. The Lover's card says, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, that inner guidance system. It's not going to lead you wrong. It may lead you to a place or an answer or a resolution that you didn't necessarily think about, but it feels right. Okay, whatever that looks like. But can certainly be people coming together, people helping people, and finding that perfect partnership, even if it's with a company or position, a job, your coworkers, your department, that kind of stuff. But ultimately, the choice is yours. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I say yes? Do I say no? Do I find something new? Am I happy where I am? All these things. So you might have, some questions and decisions going around within you. Let's get some more cards. One thing I will say about the Hermit, because it's Virgo energy, and Virgo can be known, Earth sign, right? Fellow Earth sign, but Virgo can be known for being a little bit stubborn, for one, but also like a little bit penny pinching. Okay, my sister is a Virgo, and man, some days I tell you, patience. She can be very stingy, but then on certain things, very generous. So it's really kind of weird, and it's things that you wouldn't quite expect. So if you're dealing with a Virgo person and trying to navigate their kind of personality around money, patience. I will say that. We have the Chariot, beautiful. That's Cancerian energy. Knight of Swords, fast-moving energy coming in here. The Sun, beautiful. Love the Sun. Casts a beautiful energy on your entire reading. Judgment card. And the Four of Swords. There's our piece. There is our piece, guys. So the Sun and the Judgment card together, ultimate clarity. Holy moly. The Sun, even if we get negative cards when the Sun comes out, it softens their blow. Okay. The Sun is happiness and joy and fun. It's your heart. It brings you abundance. We got sunflowers in the back, giving unlimited abundance. It brings energy and growth, but also ultimate clarity, right? Something in the shadow, something you're not sure about. We shine a light on it, shine the sun on it, and boom, there it is out in the open. Because we've got the Judgment card here too. And the Judgment card can be about answering the call, seeing the possibilities, bringing the truth to light. It can also be about making those important decisions, okay, listening to your higher guidance, right? But it can also be about getting closure or letting something go. So we have big decisions to make when the Judgment card comes here, right? Something that we didn't see may be shown to us. Again, clarity. We may need to make a decision about, something, say your career path that you're on, the company that you work for, the department that you work in, right? How you spend your money, how you save your money. Are you going to put an end to something? Can you fix something? Can you forgive, heal, release, let go, and then move forward, right? Sometimes we just need to clean stuff up. You can also bring in second chances. And with all of the retrogrades that we've got activating this month, okay, there could be a second chance on the horizon for you, right? And so this can be repairing your financial situation now, repairing something with, a significant other, getting things back on track. right? Or just healing something internally within yourself, right? Everything's coming to light there with that Judgment card. Not surprising with all of these planets that we've got that are going on. But we've got the Chariot, we've got the Knight of Swords. Some of you may need to buy a new car. Okay, just saying. Be careful driving. All right, Mercury retrograde. Be careful driving, because that can represent your vehicle. The Chariot card can represent a vehicle. The Knight of Swords, whoosh, quick, fast-moving energy there. So if you do need to buy a new car, perhaps you need something more reliable for work, or maybe you're, have an opportunity for a job where you have to travel. This might require you getting some more reliable wheels. The Chariot can also be an energy of travel, right? Specifically like road trips and stuff. So, and we do have the Four of Swords over here with rest and relaxation. So there may be some things that you need to do or change if you're considering going on vacation. And perhaps even though gas is quite pricey, to say the least right now, that might still be that might still be in the cards for you as far as a vacation goes. Just because maybe a road trip is just more fun. Put the wheels on the pavement and let's go. You might change your destination, or perhaps you buy an electric car with the sun, right? Electricity can come in there. Solar power specifically with the sun, but it can be alternate forms of electricity, or of alternate forms of energy, right? That might be that for you as well. And then you feel good with your decision, and then that car is nice and quiet, Four of Swords. But the Chariot is a card of destiny. Things are aligning for you. The stars aligning for you here. Okay. And you are moving forward with abandon. It is a card of success. And it's success because of the actions that you've taken, the things that you have done to get yourself to where you are now, and projecting yourself forward for more success in the future. But things are starting to speed up here. Lines of communication open. You may get some sort of news coming in, and with the Chariot in the upright right beside that Knight of Swords, it can be something really good. Okay. But yes, we've got that Four of Swords there. Rest, relaxation, meditation, quiet. We finally figured out how to get a little bit of peace and quiet. And so that's a good thing. Okay, so we've got money coming out, we've got partnerships coming out, we've got hopefully some positive change, we've got success, new beginnings, fun and energy and adventure here as well for you. A little bit of a mixed bag for your money. I mean, a lot of these things do take money, but I feel that there's probably some money or a sense of security and stability with your financials coming in for you here. Some of you may need to move really quickly. Okay. If you're looking for a house, let's say, right, you got 10 of Pentacles, you're looking for a house. Once you start looking, you might find what you're looking for really quickly, because the stars are guiding you there, right? It's just destiny. It's meant to be. And you might just find something really fast right out of the gate. And that's exciting. Let's get a couple more cards for you. And we've got the sun for the second time. So that's quite significant. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. I got sunflowers on that one as well. So the sun on top of the sun. No matter what's going on, stay positive. Keep a really optimistic outlook on things. Embrace this period of growth. You may need to let some things go with this, right? But your ultimate potential here is growth, abundance, prosperity. Really exciting kind of energy there. So again, if you've been feeling as though things have been kind of like, every day is a struggle, things might be getting a lot better here. And we've got the Phoenix. Look at that there for you. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. Time of growth and rebirth for you guys. Phoenix rising from the ashes, right? We let go of the old, the things that aren't working, and we rise, right? We rise, and we're full of passion and fire and flame. It's beautiful. So this can certainly be a sense of renewal for you, especially with both suns coming out as well. Judgment card, right? We're seeing the truth. We're making some decisions, but decisions that affect our growth and our development for our future, especially where we live and where we work and our money situation there. So it's going to be some really good stuff happening for you guys. So I'm going to leave all that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. If you enjoyed your reading, please do hit that thumbs up button. It does help with the algorithm, because when you hit the thumbs up button or leave a comment or subscribe, it tells the algorithm that you liked it and that other people will as well. So it's more likely to get out there. So I do thank you for that. But I hope you have a wonderful July. Okay, and as we move forward to August, that is eclipse season. So so the fun times keep on going, but August is going to be a lot easier to navigate than what we've been experiencing so far. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.